Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your boy Poe Theory. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Now, as you guys know, The View is one of my favorite TV shows, and funny enough, um, I tend to find a lot of the same criticisms of the Democratic Party for those criticisms to be held by progressives and even some Republicans. And I say that because Alyssa said something yesterday on The View that really got my wheels turning. Now, I know you may say, Alyssa is making sense to you. Listen, a broke clock can be right twice. Is that how it goes? Yeah, that is how it goes. That's how it goes. So let's get into this video.
But I do think it was trade deals feeling like America's being taken advantage of, and it affects the jobs that are largely working class and more industrial based, agriculture driven. And it was the border. It's not because they're like, oh, I'm nervous that somebody's going to come take my job. It's they know that big corporations take advantage of cheap labor, and those people are going to get employed while they're struggling to make ends meet. And I just want to say one thing, because Fetterman said something so interesting on the show we never discussed. I've used the term, Donald Trump's a convicted felon. I can't support that. But I think a lot of this country feels like we put people in a box if they're a convicted felon, even if they served their time, they paid their debt to society, and we think and we think that they shouldn't be able to get ahead. And I actually think that backfired for Democrats.
Yes, a broken clock can be right twice a day. Now, the part that stuck out to me the most was the whole point when she spoke about the messaging about calling him a convicted felon. Someone like myself who is on the left, I call me crazy, but I believe when you have paid your debt to society, whether that be in restitution monetarily, whether that be in incarceration, which I think we should find a lot of different ways to hold people accountable, because I don't believe incarceration rehabilitates anyone. And even going any further, I think Alyssa is speaking to something that the Democrats really missed when it came to their messaging around calling him a convicted felon. Calling Donald Trump a convicted felon, is that when you are campaigning with people like Liz Cheney, and then you have all these reports coming out, and when I say people, I mean Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party, you are campaigning with Liz Cheney. You are, there's all these reports from the New York Times saying over 200 officials from the Bush and Cheney White House are supporting Kamala Harris. And there's already this narrative around Donald Trump being an outsider. And we know that the majority of this country was not happy with the direction of this country under the Biden administration. So now we have the establishment being the Democrats, and then we have the establishment campaigning with some of the worst politicians, some of the most dangerous politicians being the Cheneys. And then you are also messaging that Donald Trump is not like us. Bush should have never gotten off scot-free. The Cheney should have never got off scot-free. There are plenty of Republicans, Democrats alike, that a lot of America feels like they are above the law. No matter what they do, they will get away with it. So then when Trump comes along, now mind you, you are already calling him an outsider. You are saying that he's not like the rest of the Republicans, when you're not realizing that sounds great to a lot of people. Because at the end of the day, I don't like a lot of regular Republicans that I grew up with. Hell, I didn't like Biden. Biden to me is a Republican light. Let's not forget about the 94 crime bill, but neither here nor there. I think they don't understand that backfired for them, because now people could look at, and people have looked at, his prosecution, him being indicted, being found guilty, being the first president for that to ever happen to. That could be looked at as a political prosecution. And so many people did look at it that way. So all they did, really, the Democrats, was play right into his hand, as, making him a martyr, making him look like, yeah, he's not like us. He is different than the rest of the politicians. And again, based off of where this country has been, that's good to a lot of people. That makes a lot of sense to a lot of people. And just to touch base on this, I've already brought this up, and let you guys know my feelings on this. The conversation about removing the convicted felon box on job applications should not have taken a president to be indicted, or former president, now president-elect, to be indicted and convicted for us to realize that once you pay your debt to society, you should be able to become a full citizen again. And with Sonny parroting that now, it's not shocking that it would take for this to happen because Sonny was a prosecutor. So I already kind of look at Sonny a certain type of way when it comes to her being a prosecutor, because I don't feel like the United States government or any prosecutorial office has ever done well for people that look like me. But yeah, so guys, little quick little video. That was just something that stood out to me. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'll be back later with some more videos. Peace.